4 teams left in the World Cup. Today's video, we are going to talk about which teams have the best capabilities, but also how each team can actually win the World Cup. Now, we have Morocco playing France. We have Argentina playing Croatia. Let's talk about France versus Morocco first. Now, a lot of people are going to write this one off and say that Morocco are not going to beat France, but Morocco being this far in the tournament already speaks volume for this nation and how well and how organized this entire team has been. I talked about this in a recent video about their defense. They've played Spain, they've played Belgium, they played Croatia, they played Portugal. They've only let up one single goal. One goal. And that happened to be an own goal against Canada, of all teams. The fact that they can keep this defensive rock shell each and every game just again speaks how great this team actually is. And if they can do that once again against France, they can beat this team. They only need one goal and hold this rock solid defense or take it to penalty shootouts, because anything can happen at that point. Now, we will talk about France obviously, but Morocco has a very good chance. They have a lot of momentum going into this match, and again, I could see them actually shutting out France and the entire nation itself and making it to the final. And at the final, again, anything can happen in that final match. Nerves can set off other players. So again, if Morocco makes it to the final, they have a good chance of winning the entire thing, which the beginning of this tournament just seemed far-fetched, but after what we've seen, makes sense. So let's talk about their rivalries that they'll be playing, and that is France. We don't need to really go too much in depth with France. They are the current world champion holders. They won it back in 2018 in Russia. They have some of the greatest players playing for their nation. Again, they have Mbappe, who is just a freak of nature, so much speed, which could be very troublesome for the defenses that we just talked about for Morocco. Along that, they have Griezmann, who is like a coach out there. We've seen Deschamps talk about this before, how Griezmann pretty much dictates and can play in deadly crosses at any point on the pitch. And we all know Olivier Giroud is a lethal striker. Only needs a few chances, only needs a few touches inside the box to find the back of net. If France can obviously break down the defense for Morocco, they will easily advance on. But again, this is a very hard shell to crack. And again, if France cannot do it, they may start getting worried and make it hit on the counterattack from Morocco, which again, like I just said earlier, Morocco only needs one goal, and France at some point may have an implosion. They are known for doing this at some point in the tournament, and this may be the point where that happens. It may not be, but again, it could happen. I do see France beating Morocco in this game, but again, I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think. So let's talk about the flip side then on this. Let's first talk about Argentina. They obviously have the greatest player to ever play this sport. That is Messi, who can carry an entire nation. We've seen him do this before. He does it time and time again. He did it back in 2014, getting Argentina all the way to the final, just falling short to Germany in that extra time goal with Mario Götze. But still, he could do it again, carrying this team. Now, that being said, there are a few other players on this Argentina team that have peaked a little bit, but also have kind of tailed off a little bit throughout this tournament. So that will be a huge difference for Argentina, because if it is only Messi carrying this team, it was going to be very, very difficult, because Croatia is very, very good at shutting down players, and we will talk about them in a second. So again, it isn't just going to be Messi, it's going to be other players that can also help elevate Messi, but also take some of the pressure off him. Now, obviously their goalkeeper, Martinez, freak of a guy. Again, very comical watching him, but again, one of the best goalkeepers in this tournament. I'm not sure if he's the best yet. I think we'll wait till finally at the end, because obviously Croatia has one of the best goalkeepers as well. But again, this is going to be a very, very close match. Now let's talk about Croatia then. As we know, Croatia has been in this seat already before. Back in 2018, they did almost the identical type of way to get to the semifinals. Multiple PK shootouts, multiple extra time matches. You're thinking that they're going to be tired, fatigued. Croatia does not give up in any match ever. From what we've seen each and every time we watch Croatia play, they are a team that just, again, will keep coming at you time and time again. They don't care how much time is left. They will eventually find that chance that they need, and they only need one chance, which we saw against Brazil, and they will take full advantage of that. And like I said, they're very good defensively as well. If they can just, again, keep Messi in a little box and just really shut him down, not allow him to be creative in this match, they have a good possibility to make it to the finals again, which would be ironic that we would see a back-to-back final with France versus Croatia, which again, I don't think anyone would have thought that going into this tournament, but really, It will be up in the air. I do see Argentina winning this game, though. I think Croatia may just kind of flutter out right at the end. I think Messi is really at that point that he just is going to dig deep, pull some magic out, which we've seen him doing time and time again throughout his entire career, and I think he will win this game for Argentina, which means we will see Argentina versus France in a final, which I am really looking forward to this. Again, it could go any way. Any four of these teams could easily make it to the final. Any four of these teams can easily win, but my prediction is that Argentina will finally lift the World Cup once again. They are way overdue, and I think Messi will finally be able to lift that trophy and obviously cement himself as the GOAT in this sport. So that is all I have for you today. I want to know what you guys think. Who you think is going to advance to the finals? What you think the prediction of the final is going to be? I want to know what you guys think. So that is all I have for you today. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate helping this video out to more and more fans such as yourself. And that is it. And I will see you next time.